Hello Internet Allies, how are you doing? So, I hope you're all doing wonderful because this week is Mental Health Awareness Week and this year's theme of Mental Health Awareness Week is kindness. I do think it is very important to be kind, you know, whenever you possibly can. So that's why I wanted to make this video today. And also I do believe that mental health and kindness often do go hand in hand with each other. I kind of want to talk a little bit about the relationship between kindness and mental health, or what I believe that to be, as well as just give a few examples of kind gestures in my life, both on my end and both on other people's end. So yeah, let's get into it. Here we go. So what I've done is I've written down a few pointers that I just want to cover about kindness and the relationship I believe it has with mental health. So the first question is, why do I think that this year's theme for Mental Health Awareness Week is kindness? Okay, I think there's two main reasons I can think of. The first being basically what's going on in the world right now, the pandemic and everything. And, you know, I think it is basically just to kind of remind everybody that, you know, we are all in this together. We're all in this together. Oh yeah. So yeah, we are all in this together, and, you know, we do need to try and be as helpful and as kind as we possibly can. I think the second reason for the theme for Mental Health Awareness Week being kindness is, I think it's a lot to do with social media and freedom of speech, because I feel like a lot of people can get carried away on social media with basically saying what they want, and sometimes, you know, that can have quite an adverse effect on people's mental health. You know, if you are saying unkind things or mean things or negative things. I mean, I know I definitely like it when people say nice things, you know, about the things I post on social media. You know, for example, my YouTube videos and whatnot. But also I know how damaging it can feel when, you know, people, you know, are not saying nice things to or about me on social media. So the next point is what I believe the link between mental health and kindness is. Now, I think that basically doing kind gestures for other people can make ourselves feel good, and it also makes the people we're doing kind gestures for feel good as well. You know, because it makes us feel appreciated, and it makes us feel wanted and loved and stuff like that, you know, and it just makes us, just has a good feeling about it. And I feel when people are unkind to people, I do think that there is a sort of deep-seated unhappiness there. You know, I've had a lot of time to reflect on, you know, things whilst we've been in lockdown, and I do realise that I do think I am naturally a kind person. I don't think being mean, it comes naturally to me, and it doesn't make me feel good. You know, I'd much rather be a kind person than not a kind person. So next point is, how does kindness make me feel? Well, kindness, you know, it does make me feel good, really. It makes me feel you know, I'm doing good in the world if I'm doing a kind gesture for other people. And when other people do a kind gesture for me, that makes me feel like they care. The next point is, why is being kind important, not only to other people but to myself? Now, okay, I definitely think it is important to be kind to yourself. Now, one tidbit I heard not too long ago from a YouTube video, I think it was by somebody called Nathaniel Drew, is that he said something about, you know, treat yourself how you would a good friend. And I do think that is expert advice. So yeah, I also think it's definitely important to be kind to other people as well, because I think that then makes them feel you know, they want you around, and they'll basically do their best to basically return the favour, or at least they should do. I mean, I do definitely think it's important to be wary of people that could take advantage of you, and I do think it's important to have that self-respect. So I definitely think that kindness is a two-way thing. So basically, if someone's nice to me, I'll basically be nice to them. So my next point is, what are some small random acts of kindness people can practice? Now, I think the main one, definitely in this day and age, with the whole pandemic going on, is to basically, you know, check up on people, check up on your loved ones, you know, check on how they're doing and everything. Because, yeah, because moods can change on a daily basis, and new challenges can pop up at any time. I do think, you know, knowing that somebody who's there for you if you need a chat. You know, it makes you feel good because then you can, like, you know, talk about how you're feeling and stuff like that. And also, yeah, it just feels good to basically check up on people and be a good friend, be a good family member, just basically be a good caring person. I also think, like, you know, even like small random acts of kindness, like just like making somebody a cup of tea or basically arranging to like catch up or something like that, you know, when you can. You know, obviously at the moment there is that whole social distancing thing, so yeah, it's quite tricky for a lot of people. The next point is what I believe some common misconceptions about kindness are. Now, I think some common misconceptions about kindness are that it can be like taken for weakness, and also that people think that like people can't get anywhere for being too nice. Now, whilst I think, you know, a level of self-respect is required and stuff like that, you know, and I do think it is important to set boundaries sometimes, you know, so that people don't cross them. Like, I actually see kindness as a great strength. I do think it is like really easy to kind of focus on the negative and to criticize, but I definitely think it takes great strength to see the good in things, see the good in life. And if you're truly a kind person that is willing to basically do like kind things for people, say kind things for people, and to basically keep positive and praise people, you know, give people compliments and praise people, be happy for their successes and whatnot, and be there for them during their failures, then I think that takes tremendous strength, to be honest. Next one is give a recent example of somebody being kind to you and how it made me feel. So a recent example I can think of is basically from like maybe like a newer friendship, like my friendship with Kaylee, who tagged me in that Harry Potter tag a few weeks ago. Now, she's done a great job in basically keeping in touch with me and a few of her other friends that she's met at Summer in the City. And I do genuinely appreciate that because, you know, it shows that, you know, she does care and she's willing to make the effort. And, you know, we've been in touch like, you know, almost every day, which is great. And, you know, that does make me feel like, it does make me feel wanted and makes me feel appreciated, and it makes me feel, yeah, it just makes me feel good. And, you know, it'd just be nice to basically, you know, like return the favour. I think it's also proven to me is that like you can never have too many friends. And I do think it's important to basically be open to those new friendships that you may experience throughout your life. You know, I don't think that like the friends I have now will be the only friends I'll ever have. I do believe that I will meet new people. So, and I'm really looking forward to meeting those new people. Next one is give a recent example of you being kind to somebody else and how that made me feel. Ooh, okay. That's tricky. Well, because some of the lockdown restrictions have been lifted, the other day I did meet up with my friend Josh, and I think like, you know, I think the effects of lockdown were kind of getting to both of us. So I think like for Josh, definitely, I think it was kind of a chance for him to kind of vent about some of the things that, you know, were stressing him out. And yeah, and I think he appreciated the fact that like, you know, I was just there to like listen, you know, without really any like real judgment or anything like that. So yeah, I think my way of being kind like can just be, you know, something as simple as, you know, just kind of, you know, basically like listening to people's problems and kind of being there for my friends, you know, if they want to talk about anything. You know, that's probably the best recent example I can really think of. I also think that like, you know, I've done a good job with like entertaining my family as well. You know, I've been basically creating like many Disney themed quizzes and, you know, like little activities to keep my family entertained during lockdown. That does make me feel good, and it makes me feel like that's what I could provide to, you know, a friendship or like, you know, my family, you know, is that like kind of like entertaining personality and also, you know, just having somebody who's there to like listen to. Next one is quite a tricky one. What's the kindest thing anyone has ever said or done for me? Okay, well, there's been a couple of times when people have commented on my kindness and saying, like, some people have told me I'm like the nicest person they know, which does make me feel really, really good, even if it is like, you know, on a night out or whatever, and, you know, even if they might not know many people. I mean, I do remember like a few years ago when I went to my high school prom, there was one girl who did say I looked beautiful, so thank you very much for that. But kind of think anyone's ever done for me. I do think my parents are very supportive, I'll say that. They are very, very supportive of me. And, you know, they will do anything to make sure I feel safe and well looked after. You know, I can't necessarily think of a like particular example. You know, I've probably full a whole book about all the nice things that my parents have done for me. Like probably, you know, many books really. So the final thing is basically coming up with a few examples of my friends and family being kind to me and thanking them for it. So, like I say, with Kaylee, you know, she's been keeping in touch. You know, Josh, like, again, he's always there to talk to. Yeah, my parents are, like, super supportive. So my sister Becky, you know, I feel like I can, like, talk to her about things that I probably couldn't talk to anyone else about. So I do appreciate that, and she also really makes me laugh. My friend Megan, she's a lot of fun as well. I do appreciate that, you know, she was probably the only one of my friends who actually did buy me a birthday present this year. She bought me Frozen 2 on DVD, which I really do appreciate, and you know, she has been a really kind, supportive friend over the years as well. And again, she does make me laugh, and you know, I love sharing memes with Megan. My friend Jodie, she has been very supportive of my videography business. She's definitely helped me with like any like advice I need about, you know, self-employment and stuff like that, because she is a freelance photographer herself, and I think she kind of started off like in a similar way to how I have. My friend Kieran, we went to New York together, and he did a good job at looking after me in New York, so I do appreciate that. You know, was able to like easily calm me down, you know, hug things out, you know, which is great. Yeah, so my friend Amy, she definitely makes me laugh, but also she's been very super supportive of me since I came out as pansexual last year. So I do really appreciate that. My business mentor, she's been like really supportive and really helpful with me setting up my videography business. So a family friend, you know, who's been a family friend for years, you know, she did make us cupcakes a few weeks ago, which was really, really nice. And yeah, also she is very generous to me. You know, she always gets me loads of things for my birthday and whatnot. Grandparents are really super caring, really super loving, and you know, they do have that unconditional love for me, which is really kind. I wish I could think of more examples, but yeah, I'm sorry if I've missed any of you out. I really am. Those are just the examples I can think of right now. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments down below what kindness means to you. Like I say, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and until next time, keep smiling. Bye-bye.